Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Minnesota Twins game review. This is game one of the ALDS against the Houston Astros. As you can tell by my voice, my inflection, and obviously the title and thumbnail, the Astros take game one 6-4. And I'm going to be honest, I'm frustrated with this game. And it's not because the Astros won, it's because of all the missed opportunities that the Twins had. And I'm going to go through them, of course, but I would have rather lost this game 8-0. Like, yes, the home runs helped, and we're going to talk about that, and I think there are things that you can do to look forward to tomorrow and the rest of the series, but it's just like, the home runs were great. Let's celebrate them, but every other opportunity just seemed like it was in the Twins' favor. That's what I'm saying here. It was in the Twins' favor, and they blew it. The Astros beat them, but the Twins helped out a lot, okay? So that's why I'm so frustrated with this game today, because they had a golden opportunity several times to at least tie the game and keep it tied, or like within one, okay? And again, if you didn't see the game, maybe as I explain this, you'll understand. So let's talk about the pitching. Justin Verlander, game one, right? I gave you all of the numbers for Justin Verlander in the preview that I posted before the game, and he lived up to those numbers. And why I put those in quotation marks is because this was the worst I've ever seen Justin Verlander to start a game. He was bad. And I wouldn't say bad. He struggled to find pitch location. He was walking guys. He gave up hits. He was not dominant. And through the first couple of innings, the Twins had opportunities, multiple opportunities. So let's go through those really quickly. Here in the first, he walked Edward Julian. The first batter of the game walks on, 6 pitches. So, yeah, it was a 3-2 count, but Julian earned it. He won that battle, and I said, let's go. Like, this is going to be a good start. Jorge Polanco, a hanging curveball, and I want to say all of this, that slider was missing for Verlander in the beginning. The curveball was left up or missing wide outside, especially to right-handed batters. Jorge Polanco, curveball, top of the zone. I actually thought it should have been a home run. I mean, he obviously swung over it and had some topspin on it, but that thing was smoked, squared up, and it was a single. So runners on first and second now, nobody out, and you have Royce Lewis come up, who took 2 curveballs. It was 0-1 on a fastball. I mean, I guess that Verlander's fastball was still working, but he threw so many curveballs. Those are the ones that at least stood out to me. Curveball, ball 2, curveball, ball 3, or ball 1 and ball 2 was pitch 2 and 3. And then Royce Lewis grounds into a double play. I mean, he smoked the pitch. It just went right into the ground and right to the shortstop. So that was a double play. Twins actually draw a walk, so they had another opportunity. But Kirilloff, I don't think Kirilloff has been great. Maybe it's just a little bit of a bias because he blew a couple of opportunities today, but he grounded out as well, and that's it. So that was the struggle in the first inning. I don't want to talk about Altuve or our pitching quite yet because I want to go to the second inning. That opportunity, Carlos Correa is the first guy up, hits a single. Matt Wallner lines out to the first baseman. I thought that was going to get through, and luckily it wasn't a double play by its own. But then Jeffers, nice play down into the corner. That was a single. Runners on first and second again. 1 out. And what happens? Michael A. Taylor, who, if I remember this correctly, he did swing at the first pitch. Maybe it was his next at-bat. He took a fastball right down the middle at one time, and I was just like, you're kidding me. The Twins did that a few times, actually. Was taking fastballs right down the middle from either Verlander or the relievers, and it just frustrated me so much. And also, I want to say this too. Verlander threw so many curveballs. I feel like you should have just been looking curveball. Again, I'm not a major league hitter. I'm saying this out of frustration, but like he was throwing so many curveballs and he threw them. They looked like hangers. I'm sure they're not. Just the way the TV looks, maybe. They just should have been crushed. Both of them. Like, he didn't look great, okay? So, more opportunities for the Twins. First and second inning, and they blow it. And me as a Twins fan, as soon as that first double play happened in the first inning, I was like, we're going to lose. We're going to lose because we had nobody out and runners in scoring position. We were 0 for 5 through the first 5 or 6 innings with runners in scoring position, and we were 1 for 15 before our offense came alive in the 7th. But before we get to that, I want to talk about our pitching. Bailey Ober. I liked the move, okay? I'm not against the move. I'm not against him going out there and throwing strikes because that's what he does. But, man, I don't know if he was dot for dot, line for line what the scouting report said, because the first pitch he throws, the first pitch he threw to Jose Altuve, a 92-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone, he crushed it, home run. This is not a team who takes pitches. They're not. And to throw him a fastball first pitch, like I said, I don't know what the scouting report is, but I feel like that's too easy. It's too easy to do a get-me-over fastball in the playoffs against this team. They are aggressive. They have a great lineup. And if you could see some flickering lights here, sorry, my power is being weird. But I didn't hate it, but it just seemed too much. It was in the zone or right at the top of the zone. He threw there all the time, and he got burnt real bad. It just sucks. Then he also gives up a 2-run home run in the 3rd inning to Yordan Alvarez, who then put the capstone on it in the 7th inning. They brought in Thielbar. He threw, I think, a good curveball. Maybe it was hanging. I don't know. But I thought it was a good curveball, and he tattooed it off of the foul pole in right field. The Astros also got 2 runs in the 5th. The Twins' pitching was not great. And I get it because today was a throwaway game, right? Like I said, the Twins needed to win 1 against Verlander, okay? Today they did not. They have to win the next one, which will, again, probably be Game 5. The only thing that sucks is that Game 5, again, going to be in Houston. He was not great today. Yes, he fell into a groove and struck 5 guys out then in the 3rd inning through the 5th inning, and he was rolling because he was the thing that frustrated me the most too was that he was at 23 pitches through the 1st inning, then was at like 38, 39 going into the 2nd inning, and all of a sudden you get to the 6th inning and he's at 80 pitches. Like 40 pitches in 4 innings when you had just made him throw 40 in 2 innings. Like that's what gets me. Like he was struggling and we didn't capitalize on it, and then he got into a rhythm like the announcer said he was going to. And then we got beat because we didn't score any runs. Like, we needed to score runs in that 1st and 2nd inning. We didn't. So now you have to beat Verlander the 2nd time you play him in the 5th game of the season, or 5th game of the series. You're at home. I don't think he's going to be that bad. Yeah, they've seen him before, but he didn't use his fastball a ton. He can go next time and overpower you with the fastball. Today was a missed opportunity, and that is what frustrates me because today they had an opportunity to knock out Verlander, and they didn't. So that's what sucks. Now for the positive part, because it did help the Twins get back into this game. But I want to say this. I do think like there is something to be said about, oh, yes, they got momentum. They are going to be better tomorrow. They have their starter. Like, it was a positive direction even though they lost. The thing is they lost, and there's only 5 games. There's only 3 guaranteed. Like, you cannot lose a game. And they did. That's what's frustrating. But, like, the momentum's great. The home runs are great. It's just you still lost, and you shouldn't have. They needed to find a way to win this game because of what they did, and they just blew so many opportunities. So let's talk about the home runs, though. In the 7th inning, they took Verlander out, and they put in Neris, and he kind of sucked. He was bad. And it was in the 6th inning, so let me go find that. 7th inning, excuse me. It was in the 7th inning, and the first pitch, second pitch, hits Wallner. So he goes to first. Ryan Jeffers, big day for him. He had another single. Again, you have guys on first and second. You need to score. And what does Willie Castro do? Looks at a fastball down the middle. Then he strikes out. Now, he did strike out on a pitch that was outside, probably too close to call. You got to swing at it, I think, and he watched it, and that's bad. Like I said, if that's a ball 4, okay, if that is ball 4, that changes the game. Now, does, Does Edward Julian strike out the next guy? Does Polanco still hit the home run? I don't know. But that is a huge at-bat that you cannot go down swinging or looking. Sorry. If you go down swinging, so be it. You got beat by a fastball, whatever. You just can't go down looking at a pitch that close. Okay, so that was strikeout 1. Guys on first and second again, nobody out. And then Edward Julian strikes out. He looked bad on all 3 of those pitches. You can't do that. Jorge Polanco does make it better, though, because the Twins go back-to-back here, by the way. Polanco skies one into right. That was a good fastball that he crushed. That's what I'm saying, though. Polanco being an experienced hitter, he's been our solid shortstop for a long time until we got Carlos Correa. Like, he was good. He's always been good at hitting, and even moving him over to second base or third base or wherever we want to play him. He's good there. The hitting has always been there, and he finally came through, right? That veteran experience. Willie Castro, Edward Julian, those guys do not have that experience. Like, that's just how it's going to be for a year or two until the Twins can figure it out or until they get more at-bats, whatever it's going to be. The veteran makes him pay for it on a fastball that was inside. He turned on it, crushed it. It was a home run. Royce Lewis comes up, turns on one, crushes it, and it's a home run. So really good by Polanco to make up for the 2 strikeouts right before him, and really good job by Royce Lewis to capitalize on, just a pitch that he got as well. Like I said, these are good things. It just sucks that they were wasted, and they still lost, so they could have lost 6-0. This wouldn't have mattered. Momentum is a thing, but it's just like, I would have liked a Royce Lewis home run earlier in the game, or maybe tomorrow. Today's fine. Great. Maybe they'll pitch around him tomorrow a little bit. You got to play the long game, but it's just like, those home runs mean nothing now, and that's what sucks. But they make a pitching change. Max Kepler hits a double, and then Alex Kirilloff comes up again. He takes a fastball right down the middle, 86-mile-an-hour slider. Looked like a hanger. I don't know if you're not looking for that because Abreu, who came in, has 2 pitches, slider, fastball. You're looking one or the other. Whatever it may be, I don't know. But it's just like you're taking a pitch literally middle. I don't know what the approach is. Anything in the zone, middle up. I feel like you should be swinging at it. Again, my opinion, I'm frustrated, whatever. Another one he took inside, probably shouldn't have been a strike, but whatever. Now he's down 0-2, ends up striking out to end the inning. So they could have taken the lead there. They could have tied it up. Would have been huge. 7th inning I already talked about. Alvarez hits another home run. And then from there, it was just Twins couldn't get anything going in the last 2 innings. They did have an opportunity in the last inning. Not really an opportunity, I should say, but there were some missed calls, I think, in the last inning that went against the Twins. Presley got 2 curveballs, I think, that were called strikes that changed the at-bat. And Royce Lewis struck out. Polanco struck out to end that. And at that point, it's just whatever. But, it's tough. That's a tough loss. They didn't use any of their big, and I say big, structurally, they're good pitchers that they want to relief, right? They used Ober, Maeda, and Paddock, who are all starters. So they're going to go with a 3-man rotation, just like everybody does in the playoffs. Realistically, Pablo and Sonny are the 2 big ones. And then maybe you go Ober or Ryan, depending on the situation. I think Ober went today because of the matchup that they'd never seen him before. I think Ryan's a better pitcher, obviously, so you're probably going to play him now a little bit more. You're going to change it up a little bit now, but if the Twins get out of this, they're still probably going to go Sonny, Pablo, Joe, right? So those 3 guys were used today. Maeda wasn't great. Ober wasn't great. Theobar gave up the home run. Pagan was fine. At least it's not Duran. It's not... I don't like Jax that much anymore just because I feel like he's blown too many games, but it wasn't him who they've used before. It wasn't Stewart. Those are the good guys we need tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes a must-win game because if you split, right? If you split 1-1 on the road, now you're playing a 3-game series with 2 at home. You need to win tomorrow. They have Valdez going. They've seen him before. He is a very good pitcher. I wouldn't say he's Verlander, but he's a very good pitcher. The Twins need to win that game. They need to win that game. And then they go home for 2. And, again, you need to win 1 at home, obviously. And it's probably got to be game 3. But you at least have an opportunity to take 2 at home and potentially clinch. But It all starts with a win tomorrow. So that's what I got for you guys today. A long recap there, but I'm frustrated. Sleep on it. It's just they had a chance to beat Verlander and they didn't. They had a chance. If Verlander was not dominant. If he was dominant, different story. You throw this game away and you say, oh, well, he beat us. Today, they had a chance to beat him and they didn't. They had a chance to knock him out. They didn't. So that's what's frustrating. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and we will see you tomorrow for Game 2.